All right. Ready to dive into something a little woo-woo?
Woo-woo?
Maybe. We're tackling affirmations today.
Okay.
And whether those positive phrases, can they really, lead to career success?
Interesting.
Yeah. We're using this blog post, Achieving Your Career Goals with the Power of Affirmations,
Okay.
from The Affirmationist, published just today, January 29th, 2025.
All right.
I'll admit, I was a bit skeptical at first,
Yeah, understandable.
but I'm open to being convinced.
Well, I think the skepticism is totally fair. We tend to think of, like, success as something we do,
Yeah.
not something you just, like, say and it happens.
Right.
But there is some really interesting neuroscience behind how affirmations might actually work.
Okay, so less wishful thinking, more actual science.
Right.
When we talk about affirmations working, are we talking about, like, rewiring our brains?
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Okay.
It's all about neuroplasticity. That's,
Yeah.
the brain's amazing ability to change and adapt. And not just about forming new connections, but strengthening the ones that already exist.
So, like, building mental muscle.
Exactly.
If I keep repeating, like, I am a confident leader, does my brain's confidence circuit get a workout?
I love that analogy. It's spot on.
Really?
Every thought you have, even the little ones, you're kind of carving a pathway in your brain.
Wow.
And the more you walk that path, the more defined it gets.
Okay.
So with affirmations, you're picking which paths get stronger.
So we're deliberately choosing, okay.
Yes.
But the blog post goes a step further, talks about reprogramming the subconscious mind.
Right.
That sounds intense. What does that even mean?
It's not, mind control or anything like that. It's more about influencing those deep-seated beliefs, the ones that kind of work behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Without us even realizing it.
So, like, those beliefs that make you doubt yourself right before a presentation, even if you're totally prepared.
Exactly, yeah. Comes from the subconscious.
Oh, wow.
And the cool thing is, research shows we can actually influence these subconscious programs through, repeated exposure to new information.
Including affirmations.
Yes, exactly.
It's like we're giving our inner critic a new script, a better one.
Yeah, one that's more supportive for sure.
But the blog post is really specific about how these affirmations need to be structured.
Right. It's not just any positive phrase.
Not just like throwing any nice words out there.
They need to be in present tense, positive language,
Okay.
and very specific to your actual goal.
So instead of, I will be a better communicator, I should say.
You should say, I am a clear and engaging communicator.
I am a clear and engaging communicator.
Exactly. Present tense is key. You're telling your subconscious this is already real.
Interesting.
Like planting a seed, and then with repetition, it grows.
So it's more than just, think positive,
Definitely.
but there's this emphasis on being specific. Why is that so important?
Well, think about it. A vague affirmation like, I am successful, doesn't give your subconscious much to work with. What does successful even mean?
Right.
How do you know when you've achieved it?
So instead of, I am healthy, it's better to say,
I nourish my body with healthy foods.
I nourish my body.
And I prioritize daily movement.
I prioritize daily movement. Got it. More specific, yeah.
Much clearer instructions.
Like GPS coordinates versus take me somewhere nice.
Perfect analogy.
Okay, so we've got the what of affirmations, but the blog post lays out this whole guide for using them to, actually achieve career success. It's a lot. Where do you even begin?
It can seem like a lot at first,
Yeah.
but the post breaks it down into steps. And honestly, the first two are super connected. It all starts with having really clear goals.
Okay.
Not just, I want a better job, but I want to be, say, leading marketing campaigns for tech startups within the next year.
So that level of detail is key.
It is.
Vague goals, vague affirmations, it's not going to get us anywhere.
Exactly. Vague affirmations are like whispers in a hurricane.
So once you have that clear goal, how do you turn that into an affirmation?
That's where the art of crafting the language comes in. So let's take your marketing example. A good affirmation could be, I am confidently leading successful marketing campaigns for cutting-edge tech startups.
Wow. Okay.
Present tense, specific, evokes the feeling of, confidence, achievement.
I'm like already feeling a little different just saying that.
See? That's the power.
Like a mental power pose.
Exactly. And the post gives you tons of examples for different situations, nailing job interviews, getting that raise, owning that big presentation. It
Presentations.
even covers overcoming those setbacks.
Setbacks are big. I am a recovering perfectionist,
Wow,
so
I see.
I know how easily those setbacks can derail me. I can see how an affirmation like, I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, that could be huge.
Absolutely. Reframing is key.
There was this one time.
Hold that thought.
Oh, okay.
I think we're ready to move past the basics now.
Okay, yeah.
Explore how to really, supercharge those affirmations.
I like where this is going.
We'll get back to your story. Promise. The post doesn't just tell you to repeat, repeat, repeat.
Okay, good.
It gives you all these tips, techniques, feels more like exploration
Exploration.
than, rigid rules.
I'm intrigued. What kind of exploration are we talking?
Well, one that really clicked for me is infusing those affirmations with real emotion.
Okay.
It's not just saying the words, it's feeling them.
So if I'm saying I am a magnetic and engaging speaker,
Yes.
I should really try to channel that confidence.
Exactly. Picture yourself on stage, captivating everyone. Feel that connection.
Wow, okay.
The post even says, incorporate physical sensations like good posture.
Interesting.
Really embody that feeling.
Taking it to a whole new level, I'm starting to get how powerful this can be.
It is powerful. And there's another technique the post mentions, pairs really well with this.
Yeah.
Visualization.
Oh, I love visualization.
It's incredibly effective, especially for this.
I use it all the time, but I hadn't thought about it for career stuff.
Try it. So let's say your affirmation is, I am successfully leading a team project. Close your eyes. Picture yourself confidently delegating tasks, running productive meetings, celebrating those wins with your team.
Okay.
Engage all your senses. What do you see, hear, even feel in that vision?
Like creating a mental movie trailer for your future success.
I love that. The more vivid, the better. Really imprints on your subconscious.
But even with all this, are we just tricking ourselves?
Ah, the million-dollar question.
Can just saying phrases actually lead to real changes in our careers?
Right. And to be honest, the blog post doesn't shy away from that. Affirmations, they're not a magic wand.
Okay, good.
They're not going to magically transform your career overnight, no effort needed.
So it's not like The Secret, where you just visualize your dream job, sit back, and wait.
Right. Affirmations work best paired with action. They're the mental scaffolding, supporting your actual efforts.
So affirmations are the fuel, action is the engine. Need both to get where you want to go. The post focuses a lot on career stuff, but are these principles the same for, other parts of life? Could I use affirmations to improve my relationships? Or boost my creativity?
That's a fantastic question and one I'm eager to explore. We'll dive into how these principles can apply to all areas of life,
Okay.
creating a more holistic, fulfilling life
Yeah,
beyond just career.
I like that.
But first, let's circle back to that story of yours about overcoming setbacks.
Oh, right,
Tell
yeah.
me about that. You were going to share a story, something about setbacks and how an affirmation might have helped.
Oh, right, yeah, it kind of ties into this whole pairing affirmations with action thing.
Okay.
So a while back, I was working on this big project, poured everything into it, and it just flopped.
Oh, no.
Yeah, totally tanked.
Oof, I feel that.
My first reaction, total spiral into self-doubt.
Happened.
I'm not cut out for this. I'll never be as good as that whole inner critic chorus. It really paralyzed me for a bit. And looking back, I could have used an affirmation.
Like what?
Something like, I learn and grow from every experience, even the tough ones.
That's a powerful reframe.
Right.
Because setbacks, they're going to happen, especially in a career.
Sure.
It's not about avoiding them. It's about how you respond.
And that's where the affirmation comes in.
Exactly.
It's like giving yourself permission to be human, to mess up, learn, and not get stuck in that shame spiral.
It's a much healthier approach, for sure.
Which reminds me, the blog post really dives into addressing those deeper beliefs.
The limiting ones.
Yeah, the ones that sabotage us.
It's one thing to say an affirmation, but believing it, that's the real challenge.
So how do we tackle those sneaky subconscious beliefs?
We become mental detectives.
Okay, I like that.
The post suggests questioning those beliefs, searching for evidence that contradicts them. So let's say your belief is, I'm not qualified for that leadership role.
Okay.
Ask yourself, what experiences do you have that show leadership skills?
Flip the script.
Exactly. Highlight your strengths, not what you lack.
Instead of self-doubt, it's like self-advocacy.
I love that. And remember to be kind to yourself through this.
Right. Not about beating ourselves up.
It's about gently guiding your mind towards a more empowering perspective.
All this talk about subconscious beliefs, mental reframes,
Mhm.
makes affirmations feel a lot less woo-woo and more like, practical psychology.
That's what's so cool about it. It
Yeah.
bridges that gap, gives you a tangible approach to personal growth.
But the blog post goes even further, providing tons of specific examples for different career situations.
Right. Takes the guesswork out of it.
Job interviews, salary negotiations. I think there was even one for public speaking.
Oh yeah, that's a big one for many people.
Huge for me, as we've established.
Those examples are so useful, they give you concrete phrases to work with.
Okay, so for job interviews, for example.
The posts suggest things like, I am confident and articulate in expressing my qualifications. Or, my skills and experience are valuable assets to any team.
My anxiety is already decreasing just hearing those.
Right. It's like having a mental toolbox of confidence boosters.
But it's not just for nerves, right?
No. Affirmations can be proactive too.
Okay, how so?
Take salary negotiations, those can be tough.
Oh, for sure.
The post offers affirmations like, I am worthy of fair compensation,
I love that.
and I am confident in negotiating a salary that reflects my value.
So many people, myself included, struggle with asking for what they're worth.
Absolutely.
We downplay our achievements, worry about seeming demanding.
But affirming your worth, it's like giving yourself permission to advocate for yourself.
It's about shifting the power dynamic.
Yes.
Yes.
Approaching the negotiation from a place of strength.
But even with these affirmations, we still need action.
Oh, absolutely. You can't just repeat, I am a master negotiator, and expect to walk in unprepared.
Right.
You still need to research, practice your skills, have a strategy.
So the affirmations are like the mental prep?
Exactly. You still got to show up and play the game.
I'm seeing a theme here. Affirmations are most effective when they're aligned with action.
Couldn't agree more.
They're the mindset, the belief.
You're the one putting those beliefs into practice.
Which brings me to a section in the blog post that really grabbed my attention, the one about affirmations for a positive work environment.
Oh, that's an important one.
Because even if you have a positive mindset,
Yeah.
sometimes the workplace itself, well, it's not so positive.
Sadly, that's true.
So instead of getting dragged down by that negativity,
You create a mental shield.
yeah, with affirmations like, I work in a supportive and collaborative environment,
Love it.
or I'm surrounded by colleagues who respect and value my contributions.
It's not about pretending problems don't exist.
Right.
It's about choosing where you focus your energy.
On the positive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Attracting more of what you want.
Fostering that sense of agency, even when things are tough.
It's about creating that self-fulfilling prophecy.
Even if your current workplace isn't perfect, those affirmations can empower you to take steps to improve it.
Absolutely.
Whether it's setting boundaries, finding mentors.
Or even looking for new opportunities that better align with your values.
And speaking of values, the post also gets into affirmations for work-life balance.
Ah, yes, that eternal struggle.
I feel like that's something we all struggle with.
Especially in our always-on culture.
It's a constant juggling act.
Which is why affirmations like, I prioritize my well-being and create clear boundaries can be so helpful.
Yeah, I nourish my mind and body with activities that bring me joy.
Those are great.
It's about remembering that you deserve rest. That you're not a machine.
We're not meant to work nonstop.
I know I'm guilty of checking emails late at night,
We've all been there.
sacrificing sleep for just one more task.
But those affirmations, they can help reprogram those patterns.
Yeah.
Shift those priorities towards a more holistic approach to life.
Not about perfect balance, but finding what works for you.
Exactly. Making choices that support your overall well-being.
You can't pour from an empty cup.
So true.
This blog post is seriously comprehensive.
It is.
It even covers affirmations for financial success, which I think is a big one for a lot of people.
Money is definitely a source of stress for many.
For sure.
But what's interesting is that affirmations can shift our mindset around money.
Towards abundance.
Yes, creating a more empowered perspective.
The post suggests affirmations like, I am financially secure and attract opportunities for abundance.
I like that one.
And I am a wise steward of my finances and make choices that support my long-term goals.
It's not about greed. It's about cultivating security and control.
Right. Believing in your ability to manage your money well.
And create a life of abundance, whatever that means for you.
But again, action is still key.
Of course.
You still need to budget, track spending, make smart investments.
Affirmations provide the mental framework, the belief in your capabilities, but you have to follow through.
It's about taking ownership of your financial destiny.
not just hoping for the best.
And the blog post keeps going.
It does.
Affirmations for enhancing skills and talents, which is so relevant for anyone looking to grow in their career.
Embracing that growth mindset.
Believing in your ability to learn and adapt.
The post suggests affirmations like, I am constantly developing my skills and becoming an expert in my field.
What else?
I am confident in my ability to learn new things and navigate challenges with resilience.
These are so empowering.
They are.
Giving yourself permission to step outside your comfort zone.
Become the best version of yourself.
And then there's a section I really didn't expect.
What's that?
Affirmations for writers finding their voice.
Oh, that's interesting.
I know, right? In a career success blog post.
But it makes sense.
Yeah.
Writers face so many challenges, self-doubt, fear of judgment.
I dabble in writing, so I can relate.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, and it can be so scary to share your work.
It's vulnerable.
There.
That's where affirmations like, I am a talented and creative writer can make a difference.
Hmm.
Or, my words flow effortlessly and authentically onto the page.
I love that. Silencing the doubt, letting your true self come through.
It's a beautiful reminder that affirmations can be applied to anything, from your career to creative pursuits, relationships, health.
They're tools for growth no matter what path you're on.
Exactly.
I am blown away by this blog post. It's like a masterclass in using affirmations for a more fulfilling life.
It really is.
It goes beyond the surface, gives you practical techniques, strategies.
It's not just repeating words.
Right. It's about changing your mindset,
Aligning your thoughts with your actions.
creating a life that feels authentic.
And aligned with your values.
It's about recognizing that your mind can shape your reality.
Absolutely.
So we've talked about the science, the techniques, even some potential pitfalls.
A lot of ground covered.
And speaking of resources, the affirmationists included some great bonus material at the end of the post.
Oh, yes, the bonus material. They've got links to affirmation card decks, self-care guides, even a word search with positive words.
And a Pinterest board with inspiring quotes.
So good stuff.
We'll be sure to put all the links in the show notes.
Definitely.
But before we move on, I wanted to get your take on something.
Sure.
We've talked about pairing affirmations with action, actively working towards our goals.
Right.
But is there a risk of affirmations becoming like toxic positivity,
Ah, that's a great question.
where we're so focused on positive thinking that we ignore negative emotions?
I see what you mean.
Is that a danger?
It's a valid concern, and the blog post actually addresses it.
Okay, good.
Affirmations aren't about denying or suppressing difficult emotions.
So not pretending everything's perfect.
Exactly. You don't have to force a smile when you're feeling down.
It's about choosing how we respond to those emotions.
Yes, affirmations are about cultivating a positive mindset, but that doesn't mean being happy all the time.
Okay.
It's about acknowledging your feelings, processing them healthily, and then focusing on what you can control.
Our thoughts and actions.
You got it.
It's recognizing that life has ups and downs.
It does.
And it's okay to feel a full range of emotions.
We're human. We're supposed to feel.
But we don't have to let those emotions control us.
I love that perspective. It's about balance, embracing both the light and the shadow,
And affirmations can help us navigate those complexities.
with grace and resilience.
Which brings us to the final section of our deep dive.
Okay?
I'm curious to explore how affirmations can be part of a more holistic approach to life.
Beyond just career goals.
Exactly.
Me too. We'll look at how affirmations can be used for stronger relationships, enhanced creativity, even better physical and emotional well-being.
This is shaping up to be a truly transformative exploration.
It is.
Stay tuned for the final part of our deep dive into the world of affirmations.
Okay, so we're back, ready to wrap up this deep dive into affirmations.
Feels like we've covered a lot of ground already.
We have the science, the strategies, even some of the potential downsides.
Right.
But I'm really excited about this last part, exploring how affirmations can be more than just career boosters.
How they can be tools for a more holistic, fulfilling life
Yeah, it's like expanding that power outward.
to all those different parts of ourselves.
So our relationships, creativity, our well-being, the whole picture.
That's a good way to put it, not just separate goals, but a whole tapestry.
Exactly.
So where do we even start with this holistic affirmation thing?
Well, one area the blog post talks about, and I think it's super important,
Yeah.
is using affirmations for relationships.
Relationships. Okay.
Our connections with others, they're really at the heart of a good life,
Totally agree. Romantic relationships, friendships, family.
All of them. They shape our experiences, affect our happiness?
But relationships can also be tough, right?
Well, for sure. They take work.
Effort, communication, patience, the whole nine yards.
And that's where affirmations can help. Shifting our mindset,
Okay.
building that emotional intelligence, even changing how we interact with others.
So instead of focusing on what's wrong,
You focus on what's right.
appreciate the good, even when things are tough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The post gives some nice examples like, my relationships are filled with love, respect, and understanding.
I like that.
Or, I communicate openly and honestly with my loved ones.
So powerful. Just repeating that, even silently, could change things.
It can. It sets an intention.
For harmony, for understanding.
And again, it's not about ignoring problems.
Right.
It's about coming at them with a better attitude.
Choosing to see the best in others, in the relationship itself.
And those beliefs can actually change how we see and interact with people.
Like we're radiating something different.
You are, and that creates a better dynamic.
Wow, this is really making me think about my own relationships in a new way.
It can be eye-opening. But relationships aren't the only thing. The post also talks about affirmations for creativity.
Oh, that's interesting. So many people feel creatively blocked, right?
It's very common in work, hobbies, just coming up with new ideas.
And it's easy to get stuck in that self-doubt.
Comparison, the whole thing.
Yeah.
But affirmations can break through that.
Instead of, I'm not creative, we say.
We say, I am brimming with creative energy. Ideas flow effortlessly through me.
Ideas flow effortlessly. I love that image.
The post has others too, like, I trust my intuition, allow my creative spirit to soar.
Okay.
I embrace imperfections, see mistakes as opportunities.
That's a big one. Perfectionism can really hold you back.
It can. Affirmations help us shift the focus to the process, the playfulness.
Giving ourselves permission to be messy, make mistakes, discover things along the way.
And that openness leads to more possibilities.
Mhm.
But there's even more to this holistic approach. The post talks about affirmations for physical and emotional well-being too.
That's something we all need, right? In today's world, it's easy to neglect ourselves.
So easy to burn out, push too hard, never rest.
And affirmations can be that reminder to take care of ourselves.
To reconnect with our bodies, honor our feelings, be kind to ourselves.
So instead of, I'm exhausted or I'm bad at self-care, we could say,
You could say, I prioritize my well-being.
Yeah.
I nourish my body. I listen to my body's wisdom.
Yeah.
I allow myself to rest.
It's not about being perfect. It's about that inner shift.
It is. Self-awareness, self-acceptance, self-love. True well-being starts from within.
And then it radiates outward, affects everything else we do.
Exactly. How we show up, how we work towards our goals.
It's like a ripple effect, starting with ourselves.
Beautiful way to put it. And as we wrap up, I think that's a powerful message for our listeners. The power to create a better life, it starts with you.
Affirmations, they're not magic, but they are tools.
For shaping our thoughts, our beliefs, and our reality.
It's about focusing on the good, believing in ourselves.
And taking action towards the life we want.
This has been amazing. I started skeptical, and now I'm truly inspired.
Me too. And remember, it's not about perfection. It's about progress. Start small. Be consistent.
And be kind to yourself. If you're feeling lost, go back to the Affirmationist blog posts.
So much good stuff in there, and we'll link to it in the show notes.
But for now, we'd love to hear from you. What affirmation speaks to you? What area of your life are you ready to transform?
Share your thoughts in the comments. And be sure to subscribe to The Deep Dive for more explorations like this.
Until next time, keep diving deep, keep those affirmations flowing, and remember, the power to create the life you want is within you.